Revelation chapter 2, verses 18 to 27. And to the angel of the church of Thyatira write, These things says the Son of God, who has eyes like a flame of fire, and his feet like fine brass. I know your works, love, service, faith, and your patience, and as for your works, the last are more than the first. Nevertheless, I have a few things against you, because you allow that woman Jezebel, who calls herself a prophetess, to teach and seduce my servants to commit sexual immorality and eat things sacrificed to idols. And I gave her time to repent of her sexual immorality, and she did not repent. Indeed, I will cast her into a sickbed, and those who commit adultery with her into great tribulation, unless they repent of their deeds. I will kill her children with death, and all the churches shall know that I am he who searches the minds and hearts, and I will give to each one of you according to your works. Now to you I say, and to the rest in Thyatira, as many as do not have this doctrine, who have not known the depths of Satan, as they say, I will put on you no other burden, but hold fast what you have till I come. And he who overcomes and keeps my works until the end, to him I will give power over the nations. He shall rule them with a rod of iron. They shall be dashed to pieces like the potter's vessels, as I also have received from my Father, and I will give him the morning star.
As we move on to Thyatira, Thyatira is somewhere that we have some connection with as we read Acts in Acts 16. Lydia, a seller of purple dye, came from Thyatira. And Jesus is saying to this church, I love the way you've continued your good works, your service, your patience. You've kept on serving me. In fact, what you're doing now is better than when you first started. You've been increasing and you've been growing more fruit. That's wonderful considering the situation they were in, because Thyatira was a city that was based on the creation and the making of purple cloth, the emperor's cloth. And it was a city that was full of guilds and societies with secret rituals and pagan ceremonies. And if you weren't getting into this, if you weren't abiding and growing into these societies, you would not be able to work. So the church here was probably under immense pressure to be conforming, and yet they refused to conform, and their life and their service was growing, even in the face of adversity. But yet at the same time, there was something going on within the church. Jesus said, there is a Jezebel in your church. This woman who was preaching a gospel, obviously a prophetess, who was bringing prophetic words, perhaps speaking into people's lives, probably very accurate in her prophecies. And the accuracy of her prophecy and the spiritual nature was beginning to divert people away from the truth. And into that, there was being mixed into sexual immorality. The church was doing wonderfully in its action, but underneath there was a soft belly of sin had come into the church. Jesus was telling them, repent of this, repent of your association with it, repent, turn away, because he was saying that those who do not turn away will find themselves literally sick. But Jesus said, for those that turn away, those that continue, those that are repenting and going on, they will become people who will have power over the nations. I will give them authority, and I will give them my authority. Jesus is saying, let's not allow sin in our lives. Let's not allow sin in our lives.